The judge presiding over the trial of rapper Young Thug was ordered off the case Monday afternoon after two defendants requested his recusal following a meeting the judge had with the prosecutors and a state witness that did not include the defense team. Okay, now they said Judge Rachel Krause, who heard recusal motions from the Young Thug case, removed Fulton County Superior Court Chief Judge Ural Glanville from the case. Glanville, who presided over the case in Atlanta for the past 18 months, was replaced with Judge Shakura Ingram. Now, baby, that is what you get now. Now, they said Krause said that she found nothing improper about Glanville's meeting, but she said still ordered Glanville to be recused in order to preserve public trust. All right. I don't like that. I don't like that. The judge said that she ain't find nothing improper about what he did. Girl, stop it. Yes, you did. But I guess to keep the peace among your colleagues, you decided to say that you ain't find that improper about what he did. Okay, get the hell out of here. Now, Krause wrote the necessity of preserving the public's confidence in the judicial system weighs in favor of excusing him. Okay, so because we did not trust that he could really do his job right, okay, and he was on here over here on some shady. She said you're gonna have to get the hell up off that seat. And regardless of what she may feel about it being improper or not improper, I am glad that she got him the hell up out that seat though, because every person that came up there and told him to even consider recusal or consider letting another judge look at it, he was denying them left and right. If you feel so factual in your actions and what you did, and you feel like nothing you did was wrong, then I feel like you shouldn't have had no issue with at least letting a judge overlook everything and see that you did nothing wrong. Therefore, we're going to keep you in this position. These folks had to fight another week or so just for somebody else to look at it, just for you to get your girl, just for you to get your hot ass out there warm seat. Okay? So let's go over here to Law and Crime because y'all know I love them. Let's check this out.
Welcome back to Law and Crime. This just in for Young Thug racketeering case. We have got a decision by a judge outside of that of Judge Glanville that he is now recused. I have literally just gone over the motion now, and I'm going to go over it with you myself bit by bit. Starting first with the finding of facts. We all know what the facts were. There was an ex parte meeting. One of the parties, that being all of the defense attorneys, were not present for this meeting with Kenneth Copeland. Judge Glanville, along with the prosecution and Kenneth Copeland's attorney, had this in-chambers meeting talking about him pleading the fifth for about let's say 4 pages. So about four or so pages, just the facts as we remember them. This meeting happened. Glanville went back and forth deciding, is this person going to testify? You cannot plead the fifth. The prosecution, as we saw the transcripts that were later released, kept pressing. You've got immunity. You cannot be prosecuted for this in any way, shape, or form, and that means you have to testify. Ultimately, that meeting was not expressed in detail to the defense until Brian Steele, the defense attorney for Young Thug, raised this issue. Following that, multiple defense attorneys filed motions for recusal. Now, moving on from the facts, going to the law. The legal framework for what a recusal requires. There are 3 criteria that needs to happen. Those being the motion needs to be timely, needs to be supported by an affidavit, and the facts alleged need to show that a recusal might be warranted. Now, to the first 2 parts, Judge Glanville himself said that this is timely. When the defense found an issue, they brought it up. The second part, he said that there's an affidavit that was filed. Good. But the reason why Judge Glanville himself said that he's denying the recusal is because he argued that the facts alleged did not warrant a recusal, that they did not meet that threshold. However, he ultimately passed this case on to another judge, and this is the judge's analysis and discussion. It's just a quick, I wouldn't even call it 2 pages. I'd call it a page and a half, if that. And the judge does start off by saying, as previously announced on the record, this motion was timely and supported by an affidavit. Already got that. But moving on to the next part, the court kind of pauses and says, you know what, it's worth noting, and I'm just quoting here, that this court agrees generally with Judge Glanville's assessment of the proprietary of the meeting, that ex parte meeting, saying, okay, that's okay to happen. While the meeting could have and perhaps should have taken place in open court, kind of giving that option there, nothing about the fact of this meeting or substance discussed was inherently improper. However, and this is the big however, in his order denying defendant Kendrick's motion and in the process of making a record on July 1st, Judge Glanville added facts, provided context, questioned the veracity of the allegations, and otherwise explained his decisions and actions and argued why those actions were proper. Just going to keep going through here. While, and I'm quoting here, may be appropriate for judges to disclose information relevant to his potential recusal, such a disclosure must be made in a way that is objective, dispassionate, and non-argumentative as possible, so that the judge is not reasonably perceived as a hostile witness or advocate. As we saw in Judge Glanville's recitation of why he was not recusing himself, he was let's just say he was definitely a little hostile.
Right.
In presenting this record as to the recusal issues.
So it sounds like what I'm taking from what he's saying is that she didn't see nothing wrong with him having the meeting, but the actions afterwards, she was listing, the things the way he should have shown up, and he didn't necessarily show up that way.
Ruling on Kendrick's motions, Judge Glanville, quote, evaluated and accepted the truth of his own factual allegations mandating his recusal. What that basically means in English, he played both witness, judge, and jury in deciding the veracity and the truthfulness of his own allegations. A judge cannot do that. That's what the Honorable Judge Rachel Krause, who was given this case to decide the recusal, ultimately decides. They continue by saying that this court has no doubt that Judge Glanville can and would continue presiding fairly over this matter if the recusal motions were denied, but and going on to quote here, the necessity of preserving the public's confidence in the judicial system weighs in favor of excusing Judge Glanville from further handling of this case. And this is the decision. Based on the foregoing, this court hereby orders the following. 1. Defendant DeMonte Kendrick's motion for recusal, Chief Judge Urville, is granted. 2. Caleb Bumpus' motion to quash the show cause order or for the recusal of Judge Glanville is denied as moot meaning that it's no longer an issue, and that the defendant Jeffrey Williams' motion to disqualify or recuse Judge Glanville for all further dealings in the above referenced case as amended and supplemented is granted. The court clerk shall reassign this case using the court's case assignment procedures. This is the order of the judge as of the 15th of July for the year of 2024. That is today. What that basically means is Judge Glanville is no longer the judge in the Young Thug RICO case for any of the defendants. It will go back to the court clerks to reassign this case. This is the breaking news coming out of the Young Thug case in Georgia. All right, so now that you have that breaking news and the breakdown of that 10-page motion, but I always tell people, you know what? Don't believe the guy in the nice suit. Go and read it yourself. But that is a quick synopsis of why Judge Glanville will no longer be the judge in this case. For now, we're going to go back to recapping the Alec Baldwin case, where his case was dismissed, ultimately because of arguments that the prosecution withheld evidence. Let's listen to Seth Kennedy's testimony.
And we talked about Alec Baldwin the other day, but I'm here for the judge being removed. And I didn't like how he was operating on the stand, exercising his power like his word is the end all be all. Like, I feel like when you get too big for your britches in the courtroom, I feel like it can become personal and it's no longer about professionalism or anything. And because of that matter, you definitely need to have your ass recused off the case because it shouldn't be that damn personal like that, okay? Hell, I feel like they remove officers off of, cases and stuff when things get too personal. But I want you guys' thoughts on this before we close out. This is an attorney over on TikTok came across this. He feels as though the case will be over. He thinks that this trial will be over due to like double jeopardy and stuff. So I want us to check out this little quick 1-minute clip and you guys let me know your thoughts about it. I don't think they really trying to cancel this whole, I don't think they're trying to get rid of this or, make it a mistrial or, double jeopardy, whatever the situation is. I think they're trying to move forward with trying this case. And that's why they gave a new judge in hopes of, it progressing. They could get a verdict and they can move forward. I just feel like these trials shouldn't last as long as this one been lasting. But they talking about they got all these witnesses. And I feel like y'all need to draw the line. Draw the line. I know these damn jurors is tired. Are y'all using the same jurors? Are they even able to go to damn work? How does that work? Can they job not fire them because they over here having jury duty and you got to pay them all the time? Do y'all use the same jurors? Like, what? Y'all shouldn't be able to take up people's time this much now. Either lock the man up either give him the guilty verdict or not guilty. And let's move on. But let's see what this man talking about, child.
Double jeopardy. The YSL trial is over. Whether or not people know or not the trial is effectively over because double jeopardy is going to attach. Double jeopardy occurs when a jury has been sworn in and the evidence begins, and that has occurred here in the YSL trial. And because the double jeopardy has attached, you can't try Young Thug and the other co-defendants again. The judge...
I thought double jeopardy only come in after you've gotten like the not guilty verdict. Like once you try the case, you find out that it's not guilty or whatever, you can't try this again. That's what I thought, but girl, I ain't no attorney, child.
Screwed up by having ex parte communication with the prosecution and the defense wasn't there. And another judge is going to rule because of that conflict of interest where the judge did not recuse himself. You cannot try Young Thug again twice. So you heard heard it here, double jeopardy attaches, and so the trial will be effectively over. They will not be able to try Young Thug again. So, heard it here first.
I don't know about that, because now that they done changed, he hasn't uploaded another video yet, or has he? When was this one? Okay, yeah, he hasn't uploaded another video yet, because now I'm like, well, what you got to say now that they done put another judge on the case? So what was it again about the whole double jeopardy situation? How does that make sense? Girl, somebody was in the comments saying that the man got his degree from Temu University. The people be ruthless, honey. Well, listen, that is all that I got for you guys today. You all can continue the conversation down below. All right. I thank you guys so much for being here. If we could get the likes up, that would be great. You guys did a great job with liking up the video today. We had over 200 likes, as we have over 300 people in the chat. So definitely get the likes up. Sharing is also caring. I would appreciate all of that. Even if you just clipped a little piece and you shared it to somebody. You feel what I'm saying? I appreciate it. All right. That's all that I have for you guys at this time. I am Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Ray. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick.